Welcome to this training video on generating shadow papers on Dr. Frost. So you can generate a shadow paper anywhere on the website where there is an existing saved worksheet. So you can make shadow papers from your own worksheets, or you could make them from past papers or topic tests that exist on the website. So I'm going to go to the menu and I'm going to go into the papers and worksheets section. This is my worksheet directory. I could make a shadow paper on any of these worksheets here, but actually I'll go to the past papers and I'll choose a past paper. So maybe Edexcel, GCSE Higher, and then choose a paper. So the shadow paper is going to work by reading the original question, and in the best case scenario, it will produce a key skill question relating to the question. If it can't produce a key skill question, then it will produce an exam question based on the skill. So let's have a look at these questions and then we'll see how the shadow paper fares. So the first question is to do with multiplying decimals. Then we've got a question on dividing decimals. This one is looking at completing a Venn diagram. Subtraction with mixed numbers. This question is to do with percentage increase and decrease. And this question is to do with ratio. We can have a quick look at the rest of the questions as well, but we get the idea. Now, to make the shadow paper, we're going to go up to the top and we're going to go more options and we're going to drop down and we're going to generate a shadow paper. Now, the questions that have been provided then. Question 1, you can have a look at the code to see if it's a key skill question or an exam question that's been produced. So this is a key skill question on multiplying decimals. Question 2 is a key skill question on dividing decimals. Question 3 is a key skill question on completing the Venn diagram. So far, a pretty direct match. This is addition with mixed numbers. The original question was subtraction, so we could refresh until we get a question with subtraction if we wanted to. Question 5, the original question was percentage increase. We can see here this is where the match isn't so good because an exam question has been produced instead. So it is an exam question where the skill, it says there, is determining a percentage change. It looks like quite a difficult one to me. It's a difficulty 3. So a few options. If you're not happy with the question, the first thing you can do is just refresh the question there and then. That one's a difficulty 2 question and arguably quite a lot easier. So you could see the variation like that. The other thing that you could do is you could filter to your own exam board. So I could actually click exam questions only and I could say, right, I only want Edexcel GCSE Higher questions to be available. I could make that filter and then I could refresh and then I'm going to get an Edexcel question only. The other thing I could do is change the difficulty here. So given that it's question 5, I might want to just change that difficulty only to be difficulty 1 to 2. And then if I refresh that again, it may be the case that I'm actually quite happy with that question. And actually, when I look at that, that feels quite similar to the original question. This question's to do with ratios. Again, the original question had a 3-part ratio. This is only a 2-part ratio. I could keep on refreshing, and there's a 3-part ratio there. So you can see how with some effort from you, but with the system kind of populating the set of questions, you can quickly get a set of questions that will cover the same skills as the original question set. So from here you can now save this. So we can call this a shadow paper of 2021, and we can save that, and then we're ready to set that to our students. So that's the idea for the shadow paper, but as I mentioned, you can actually do that anywhere on the site. So for example, if I just go into papers and worksheets again, this time perhaps we just want to take a topic test. So these are topic tests that are on the site, freely available to everyone. Maybe I want to look at Key Stage 2 and 3. Maybe I want to do a shape, space and measure topic test. And perhaps I'm just interested in circle theorems, for example. We've got standard and advanced. So understand and apply all circle theorems, maybe including the chord and the segment. So it's only 8 questions. Here's the original set of questions. So identifying parts of the circle, the mathematical name for the shaded region, what's the perimeter called, these kind of questions here. More options, generate a shadow paper. Now, when we look at this, already I'm looking at this and I know that it's not as good. So this one, question 2, looks like that's a closer match because that has said it's asking to identify a part of the circle, which is what question 2 was about. Question 1 hasn't been so good because, again, it's been an exam question that's been identified. But here we go, write down the mathematical name for the shaded region B. That's a lot closer to the original question that we had. So same idea, you get the populated template and then you can just refresh and edit minimally as you need to.